Welcome back to another Canadian immigration news update. Today is October the 13th, and true to form, IRCC has issued another round of invitations. Wednesday has been the day of the PNP, and that's exactly what happened today. They once again issued another round of invitations just for the provincial nominee programs and nothing else. So the question everybody is asking, what will happen tomorrow? Will they issue another CEC round at least, or will we see a magical open draw that is extended to the FSW candidates outside of Canada? That's the question. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. So if we look at the government site right here, you'll see as of today, right now, we'll just scroll down here, October the 13th, the number of invitations issued was 681. The CRS score was 720. But let's face it, maybe that the scores are a little bit lower and the numbers are a little bit lower. But that's just a product of the fact that there just were not as many candidates in the pool. They're all pulled out that were PNPs. So the question becomes, October the 13th, boy, 13th was a lucky number for those back in February the 13th, where that massive 27,000 plus invitations were issued, and those have played a role. We know that as of today and this draw, they've already exceeded everything that they processed last year, but that's not surprising because last year in the year of the pandemic, everything was crazy. They didn't know what was going to happen. And so it's not surprising that already, you know, just starting Q4, that they're going to be outstripping what they did last year. Last year was just out of this world. Now, by this time last year, they had started doing open draws, and we have not seen those yet. I know there's been our fine friends over at CEC News that have shared a little bit of insight into this secret memo. Boy, I wish they would actually link to the memo. Those of us who have access to it, it would be nice to see the source, but that's not kind of how they do things. They just keep circling back within their website, which is totally fine. They broke some really, really important news. They did a great job of explaining how the draws themselves have played out, of course, throughout the year. But the question that everybody is asking, and I think all of you are asking as well, is what does this mean for the future? Are we actually going to have a CEC draw tomorrow, October the 14th? Well, what we do know is that everything is now focused on trying to deal with the massive backlogs. So we are starting to see FSW applications being approved overseas, depending upon the countries. But when it comes to extending invitations to the FSWs, I think the writing's on the wall that it's probably unlikely that they're going to do that until the beginning of Q1 in 2022. At least that's the way it appears to me. Anything is possible. Like I said before in previous videos, there's no way of knowing even that draw, 176, that massive draw, there was no way of anticipating exactly what that was going to play out and how the impact it was going to have. But the PNPs have definitely flexed their muscle and said, you guys, don't be doing that to us. And so that's why we haven't seen any large draws like that again. Although they did dip down to the low 350s, that isn't going to happen again for a long time. They have massive inventory. You know, there's over 50, almost 60,000 in the overseas network, and they have to get through those. And the one thing that no one's talking about right now, but you're going to hear about it here, and you've probably heard about this from previous videos that I've done, the Afghan situation has required IRCC to reallocate more officers to doing those types of admissions. And they've become a priority. The minister and the prime minister has indicated it was a priority. So that's what we're waiting. Basically that's what's happening, and that's what's slowing down the processing of all of these applications. All right. So will there be a CEC draw tomorrow? Mark's going to say no, but let's just see. Maybe we'll have another breaking news tomorrow on October the 14th. CEC draw or no? I guess we'll have to see. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget to subscribe to my course that starts on Monday for all of you Express Entry candidates. October the 18th to the 22nd. Find it on the Canadian Immigration Institute or the link below. See you later.